most of my slides aren't in our updated branding slide decks for 2021, and only some of them are. So I have a hodgepodge.
I don't even have a branding guide. Me and my designers just do whatever, and I just made this up myself, which that's why it's so ugly. I was like, these are really good content. I should get my designer to like make this pretty.
Well, it says we're live on Facebook.
We are certainly live. I just thought I'd let you know. Ciao.
Ciao. That is awesome. Peter, if you can just let us know if any questions come in via Facebook or our YouTube channel, that would be awesome.
Yeah, or I can just jump in. You're going to hate this by the end. So I'll feed you any questions as they come through. Go for it.
Awesome. All right, you guys, super excited. I am Kasha. I am with Box Brownie. We've got Alicia from BombBomb and Grant from Park Bench. And we are going to just give a little bit of time. We are now live on Facebook and YouTube. And just when you come in, just put where you're from so we can kind of know where you're coming from. Obviously, Grant's up there in Canada. Alicia's in Colorado, and I am in Northern California. So we're just going to give it a couple of minutes just to let people kind of come in, and we'll get started. Super excited.
So what are people going to learn about today? I'm going to be surprised too when I hear what you guys have to talk about.
Well, I mean, considering this is the ultimate blueprint to lead, so hopefully we're going to be talking about lead gen, right?
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about great follow-up tools and tactics and how to convert those leads in your listing appointment. So that's kind of the breakdown of what we're going to do. But hey, let's get started. Grant, why don't you tell us a little bit about you, a little bit about Park Bench, and we'll kind of make the rounds.
Cool. So what's up, everyone? My name is Grant Finley-Shiris, co-founder and CEO of Park Bench. And, you know, my wife and I started this many years ago to help us get leads in our community. You know, we moved to a new neighborhood in Toronto. We didn't know anyone. And we thought, okay, well, how do we now start getting leads and referrals for our business? We came up with something. It worked. And then realtors started asking us for it. And now we have a business. It's called Park Bench, where we're in the business of giving realtors our relationship and community-based solution. And I'm excited to share the learnings that we've had over the years on lead generation, because every realtor wants leads, but sometimes the way they approach it or think about it is preventing them from really breaking through in that area. So I'm excited for this today.
That's awesome. I'm sure a lot of people are really excited to hear about what Park Bench is all about, because you guys are fairly new as well in the industry.
Yeah, I would say compared to, you guys, you've been around a lot longer than us. And, you know, we were really excited to be a part of the REACH program, which you guys also were selected for in the past. So we're the fresh on the block. I got voted valedictorian, which means I have to create a speech now for the end, which I'm very excited about. I've never been voted for anything. And
no pressure.
Yeah, but now I have 5 minutes to do a talk and in front of Bob Goldberg. So, all right, bring it on.
That's pretty great. I didn't realize that you guys were in the REACH program. It's all 3 REACH companies here. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, no. They started a Canadian batch. And it just so happened the director lives in the city that I live in, and we started connecting, and then she realized what we're all about. And I think especially in times like now, relationships and community are more important than ever because of COVID. And that's what we happen to do. So we were selected, and it's been a really great program.
Talking about jumpstarting your career in that business, right?
Totally. Like it's all the connections, like even you and all of our alumni network, like the best of the best real estate companies have gone through this program. And then going through it, you get to get connected with people like you guys. So you can start, collaborating and helping everyone in the industry.
Love it. Love it. Well, Alicia, on to you.
Yeah. So my name is Alicia. I am the national speaker at BoxBrownie, which really just means I'm an evangelist. We are a video tool at the most basic level, but there's lots of video tools. Obviously, we're streaming live on video right now. A lot of agents think about video and they're thinking about wanting to use video to generate leads, which isn't what we do. That's what Grant does, not with video. But essentially what we do is we help you communicate in the way that you communicate most effectively, which is as a human being, right? Real estate is about relationships. It does not matter how much tech ever comes into this space. The root of this industry is, can you build relationships with people? Do they trust you to sell their biggest asset? Do they trust you to have their best interests at hand? And what we do is we make it possible for you to send video in the place where you would normally be sending plain text communication, emails and text messages. And the benefit isn't, oh, I am now doing video, that's cool. It's really about leveraging who you are, right? I don't need to convince anyone that video is the secret sauce of their business. The truth is that you are the secret sauce for your business. You are the person that has the experience and can empathize and negotiate. I'm going to show you today how you can use video to just leverage all of the things that make you a good agent in your communication for converting leads and following up and just being more human.
Yeah, humanize the whole process, right?
Yeah.
And everybody got a little bit of what BoxBrownie is. If you registered for this event, you got a reminder, and that's it. That little wave, that little GIF that Alicia was there, just reminding you guys all to come here for this live event. That's what BoxBrownie does, but she's going to go into it a little bit deeper, and we're super excited to learn more about that. My name is Kasha Brown. I'm with BoxBrownie.com, and we are not a dessert. We are not a closing gift. We do not help stimulate the closing process. We are a website that deals with everything imagery related. So we have several tools and services that help market your listings in the proper and correct way. And our name, kind of a little history about that, comes from the Kodak. In 1900, Kodak Eastman developed a brownie box, and it's a square camera, and people kind of knew what that was during the time. And that was the first camera, so to speak, of the times. And Mel and Brad's actually the photographer history of owner of our company. He just felt like we could do something better. And Kodak's slogan at that time was, you take the photo and we do the rest. And that's basically what BoxBrownie does. So, well, let's get into it. I want all of you guys to kind of stick around until the end, all of our people that are viewing, because each one of us have a little something special for you, just to kind of try us out in our different services. But before we get into that, I want to ask you guys a question. How would you best describe the environment that we're in right now? Like, what are some of the agents' struggles and successes that they're going on?
Alicia, ladies.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that we're hearing everywhere, obviously, is how competitive the situation is, right? We're low on inventory. There's not enough houses. So buyers are really having a tough time. I think this is why I love that we're doing this right now, because agents need something to help them connect with buyers in a way that maybe we weren't before, and with sellers as well, is getting those listings. It's so competitive right now. Every agent is desperate for listings. And so really it's about what can you do to go the extra mile? What can you do to differentiate yourself? What can you do to be the kind of agent that someone is going to trust in this chaotic environment? But I think if I had to put one word to what I see happening in the industry right now, is it's a little chaotic. Would you agree with that, Grant?
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, it is a tough market to be in. And this is, one of my favorite quotes always as a professional, because like I've been the entrepreneur, I've been a local professional, where it's like you don't know where your next deal is coming from. You got all these bills to pay. It's a problem. Low inventory is a problem. Huge buyer demand in relation to that is a problem. And these are all gifts calling every single realtor to grow. And if I had to say one thing about this market, is it was made to make realtors great. I hate saying that because it's whatever. But realtors have gone through this journey of many decades of not being the most respected and relevant industry. Like, let's call a spade a spade. That's the reality of it. Realtors are in the best position right now ever to help homeowners, help business owners, help their community, be of value, be of service, and become the agent the consumer wants. And it requires proactivity. If I had to give one word for this market, you cannot wait for listings to come to you. You have to go get it. And it gets you to be creative. Well, how do I go get listings? Not wait for leads or buy leads. How do I create a high quality lead? How do I create a new listing? And buyers are having such a hard time. How do I create a better buyer process?
Yes.
Because if you can figure out how to do well in this market, you will crush it in the next decade. And so this challenge really is a gift.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. That's very well said. It's sellers and buyers are looking for agents to wow them with being themselves, but the knowledge, the technology that they bring, it's their biggest asset that they're going to be buying in their whole life. And having a realtor really, them actually stepping up and learning what's going on in the market and be a guide to just get into the right home, not overpay, look at the long-term value and everything from there. So, I mean, it's exciting and scary at this time. And I'm so glad realtors are really just stepping up to the plate and really owning it and saying, you need us. You need us to be able to provide a value and get you in the right home. So, and we're here to give them additional tools so they can help those buyers and sellers. So super exciting. So everyone's probably going, all right, this is a great conversation going on. We know what the market's doing. It's tough out there. But what's Park Bench? What's BombBomb? What's BoxBrownie? How can these tools and these services help me in my business? So let's talk about lead gen. Lead gen. Back to you, Grant.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen, and I apologize that my slides will not be as pretty as the ladies. That's normal. Okay. So let me show you my screen. I'm going to walk you through these insights that my wife and I had, that all of our agents have had, of how to get high quality leads. I hate using lead generation because it instantly puts you in a passive state where everyone here should be thinking about, how do I create leads? How do I create high quality leads? And that's where we should be going after, high quality leads, because the first thing I want people to realize when they think, I need leads. Okay, there's programs, there's services, you can download homeowner information, and there's a whole bunch of places you can get business owner information. Because if you really think about what is a lead, it is a person or business who may eventually become a client. And sometimes we use the word prospect. They're a potential buyer. That's the definition of a lead, which means everyone is a lead. Stop spending $50 to $200 per lead. Everyone is a lead. You just need their contact information and you need a reason to talk to them so you can add value to them, so you can build a relationship with them. Once you change your mindset around leads, it becomes a whole lot easier to get leads. But the next thing to think about, and I'll show you in a sec how Parkbench can help do this for you faster, easier, and better. But there's lots of ways that you can take this lead who they may not know you, like you, and trust you, and you need to move them down the straight line, right? There's sales in all of our jobs, and sales is about moving people down the line from they don't know you, like you, trust you to the deal's closed. And along that line, people's thoughts are changing about you. So they go from, I don't know you, like you, trust you, to I know you, like you, and trust you, to I believe you're a great realtor and I want you to be my realtor and I want you to be my realtor right now because I want to buy and sell a home, and bam, you're hired. That's what you want. And it doesn't end there. You have to continue to communicate, continue to add value with companies like BombBomb and BoxBrownie, okay, where you're doing a good job, you're adding value, you're using technology where they're going, I'm so happy I hired you. Like, I know I did hire you, but I'm really happy. And I really want you to make money from this transaction. It makes me feel good that you get to make money. You should make a consumer think that, because when they think that, then they'll move to eventually, I want this deal to get done. I want to close this. I believe you can do this. Let's do this. And then it's done. Okay. So that's the straight line, whether you use our products or not, like that's what has to happen. Then there's an array of companies out there that can help you move a person down the line, but not everything is created equal. Advertising may get people to know you, but banner ads and portal ads and bus benches and billboards and flyers, it's not really going to make people like you and trust you and believe that you can do a great job and want to use you. Advertising does not do that. It does move people down the line, but it doesn't do it very efficiently and effectively. You know, that's why you should have a valuable website and do open houses and post on social media, maybe try to talk to people. That's better. But the reason why being a leader of your community and trying to refer business to other people, the reason why video marketing and posting local content and doing email marketing and being of service to the people in your community and blogging, the reason why this stuff is so popular these days is because it checks more of the boxes. It gets people to know you, like you, trust you, believe that you're a smart realtor, and because you give them value in all these ways, they now want to use you and refer you, and then they hire you. And Parkbench was created so that I could do the stuff in the green. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to be a referral generator. I wanted to do more video, post about local content, not just about what I do for a living, do some more email, be of service to my community, post some blogs to rank in the search engines, and I just came up with a way to do it. Now, the other thing that I want to touch upon that my realtors that I work with have seen a lot of success on is once you realize that you now want to give value to people and talk to people, your question is who? Once getting leads is not a problem anymore because I just download the information off the internet or through a service and I want to give value to them. The next question is who to target. And I tell agents, I say, would you rather target a homeowner or an influential homeowner? And they go, oh, an influential homeowner sounds amazing. Okay, well, those are business owners. That's what influential homeowners are. Because a business owner is really easy to talk to. They give you their hours of operations so you can call them and talk to them. They're very easy to help. You want to turn them into a client or referral generator, just make them money for their own business. And they talk to people every day so they can refer you tons of business. And if they're successful, which you can pretty much tell, then they're the ones who invest in real estate and become repeat clients. And not many agents think about business owners. They think homeowner, homeowner, homeowner. So you got all your competition thinking about homeowners. I highly recommend you start thinking about business owners. And no matter who you target, if I had to give one principle of how do you get more referrals, how do you take someone from not really knowing you, liking you, trusting you, to wanting to use you, to wanting to promote you, to wanting to use you, you just need to do one thing. Become the hub. Be the person who connects people. Be the person who gives recommendations and referrals. Be the person who shares information of value for people's quality of life. If you can be that person that people turn to, your business will grow year over year. And that was, Amanda and I had all these epiphanies. And so we were just trying to find a way to do this stuff. We were trying to find a way to give value to people, to connect with people in our community, to become the hub, to connect with small business owners. And we wanted a way to do it really quickly and easily. And that's why we created Park Bench. I actually think I saw Pat in here, who I'm showing in this picture. A neighborhood website. That's what Park Bench can give you. A neighborhood website for your farm area. Because when you have a neighborhood website with local content on it that we add for you, that's why you pay us. We do all the content generation for you. It allows you to now have a reason to talk to people. You have a resource to give people. You have a reason to go talk to the business owners. You have a platform for them to use. And you can interview people and feature them on the website. And that's like the main play that our agents do, is they call people in their community, say, hey, my name is Pat. I'm the ambassador of this new website for North Vancouver. I'd love to get to know you and feature you on it. You want to be featured? Everyone says yes to that message. And when you sit down with someone and interview someone, you get to know them, you give value to them. And so you move them down the line. The interview is what we have found to be the most effective way to move a person down the line quickly. That's why our agents do it. And that's why our agents, it's not loading, work with us, because they want a resource to use, to connect with their community. And we're finding, when realtors sign up, I say, don't buy leads. Here they are. They're in your back end of Park Bench. Here are the list of all the people who work in your community. Call them, say the script, give this value, and you'll see a lot of them want to use you and refer you business. Something happened with all the images. We only work with one person per area. So that's why I know I won't be able to work with all of you, because some of your areas will be taken. But that's something that people really do like, is that we only work with one realtor per neighborhood. And I know we'll probably get back to this at the end, but I'll wrap up with my two specials. I think last year we calculated like our agents made like 130 plus million in commissions or something from this benefit, from this process. So we're very confident that if you put our team and our system to work, you'll make money. And if you don't, I'll give it all back. Because just like you guys don't make money unless you produce a result, we don't believe, if you're good enough, we don't believe we should take your money if we can help you produce a result either. So I have this 3x ROI or more guarantee, which I haven't done before. And then I know that agents are super busy right now. So we have a whole team that can do work for you. And so I'm giving you money to spend on my concierge team to help you do work. Because I know you're all super busy. And so those are my specials for you today. And I'm excited to be in this webinar because so many of my clients use BombBomb and BoxBrownie, because that's the stuff that we don't do. Because once you have a lead, once you build a relationship, once you give value, you need to stay in touch. And BombBomb is one of the best ways we've ever seen for people to stay in touch. It's video, it's email, and those are the two best forms of communication that are out there. And then once you get the client, you got to wow them. And BoxBrownie helps you wow them so they go, shit, I'm really happy I hired you. And then they close the deal and want to refer you business. Yep. So I'm excited to be here, and I hope that was helpful. And if you guys have more questions about how to generate leads, you can always DM me, and I'm happy to help.
Hey, Grant, that was awesome. For those of you who haven't met me, my name's Peter Shrevmate. I'm behind the scenes at the moment. I am the one pushing all the buttons, which is why it's stuffed up before. It's not really my technical area of expertise, but a great presentation. I don't think I've seen that before, so that absolutely amazing. I just wanted to say, how do people claim that credit? Was there a link? Can I drop that in the chat?
Yeah.
Or can I get you to drop it in the chat?
If I can put it somewhere, it's bit.ly.
Bit.ly, let me type it out with my excellent skills. Bit.ly.
Ultimate Leads Blueprint.
Ultimate Leads Blueprint. Right. That's going in the chat now.
Because if you fill out that form, my team will know that you get the special 3x guarantee and you get the $500 in services bonus.
All right.
So if you want those bonuses, then go to that link so my team knows.
Yep. Well,
I can let them know that you guys get this one.
See, the phone's running off the hook already, Grant.
Give me my neighborhood.
Yeah. That's in the chat. So anyone who's watching this, I'll also put in the YouTube chat. There's a couple of shout outs that we should give. There's a lot of park bench love in there. I don't know where these people are coming from, but big shout out to Pat Weber Love. I think she was the person that was named. Is that correct?
Yeah. Pat's been with us for, I think, like 6 or 7 years. Wow. And the cool thing is, when you generate leads the right way, it has an acceleration. Like it gets better every year. When you build your business on relationships, you're layering on every year. If you do it through advertising, as soon as you stop spending money, the benefit, it's all gone.
Goes away.
And so I sometimes ask realtors, like, are you here to make some money? You're here to build a business. Like, what's your goal here? And if you're here to build a business, if you're here to build a career where you have a good quality of life, like, I don't even really promote people should make $1 million a year, because those people are usually stressed out and depressed and getting divorced and stuff like that. Like, that's hard, but for people to make like, 6 figures, but then be able to work 40 hours a week, have time freedom, and have the fulfillment of, I did it by giving back to my community. That's a career.
So also on the call, let's say g'day to Jamie Colt all the way from Denver. We've got a ton of Canadians out there from all over, really. It looks like you've really brought your crowd, Grant, although some of those are ours as well.
What's up, Chip? You got some...
Say g'day to all of them.
Jared?
I'm going to jump off the call. I will leave you to the rest of your presentation.
Hey, Ash.
I love it. There's a lot of love going on right here. I love what Park Bench does. It's all about giving back to the community, giving it out, and you are going to ultimately receive it in the end. But it's not really about receiving. It's all about giving, and it's a full circle, and it's a beautiful system if you use it right. And talking about working smarter and not harder, using your concierge service and you being able to then doing all the research of what's going on in the community makes you the go-to person of what's going on, as well as, connecting, hey, I need this for this job and this for, to paint my house, or this event is going on this weekend, and you're going to be that go-to person. And that's what it's all about.
I don't have the book in front of me, and I think you were saying it, Alicia, yourself. If real estate is a game of relationships, the law of reciprocity is the #1 form of influence. It's been scientifically proven the way our brains in North America work. The law of reciprocity is the #1 form of way of influencing someone. And so you look at advertising, you're not really adding value to get anything in reciprocal. You're just going for the transaction. When you try to give value to people first, that's what makes them go, hey, can you come list my house? Hey, can you come help me buy a house? If you want those calls, you got to give value to people first.
100%.
Absolutely. I love it. And we'll come back and so you can show those promos that you are offering as well. You definitely want to take advantage of everything that we're all offering here today.
Hey, Sarah. So. Wow, lots of park benches here. I mean, we did some social posts and a couple of emails, but.
The beautiful thing about social media, right? Perfect. Well, let's move on to follow-up.
Yeah. I am excited to show you guys a couple things. As soon as my screen share pops up there. So, we're talking about adding value. And what BombBomb is going to do is it's going to help you add value to your communication is really what it comes down to. You think about the amount of emails that you have in your inbox right now. We all do the same thing, right? We open up our inbox, we're trying to scanning and seeing what's important to us, what isn't important to us, trying to filter through which emails were written by a robot, right? Which emails were written by an actual person? Who of these people do I want to talk to? And, you know, Grant talked about this, about the building trust piece and the building the relationship. And the question that I would pose to you as an agent who's watching, how are you building relationships when you're sending text messages and plain text emails, right? It's not that there's anything wrong with sending a text message or a plain text email, but it's not giving you the opportunity to actually build a relationship. And so I want to give you guys some general ideas of places in your business where it makes more sense to use a video instead of plain text information. But then I'm also going to give you some frameworks, okay, for those videos, because I know a lot of you, whether you're using BombBomb or not, there's other programs out there, but most of you already understand the value to video. So a couple general ideas first for when implementing a video into the communication is going to be better than sending a plain text email or the text message. And the first is going to be anytime that you are establishing or building a connection, right? You're using Park Bench, or you're using, you know, a resource to help attract people to you. Well, once they come to you, how are you going to build that connection? Sending a video there is a massive asset to you because it's differentiating you from any other agent they may be talking to, right? We all know consumers do this. They go to a few different agent websites or they go on Zillow, and now they have tons of agents reaching out to them. If you're the only agent that sends a video to introduce yourself to them, you're differentiating yourself from all of those other agents, but you're also differentiating yourself from all of that noise that I talked about in the inbox, right? If I have 50 plain text emails in my inbox and one video, who do you think I'm going to remember? Well, I'm going to remember the human being that was just speaking to me in my inbox when I had 49 other boring emails. So anytime you are establishing that relationship, it's going to benefit you to send the video because you're building that know, like, and trust faster in the process. The second time where it is going to make more sense to send a video is anytime you are explaining complex information. When we watch a video, we retain about 95% of that information the first time we watch the video. Whereas if you sent an email to a client with a whole bunch of information and they read it, they're only retaining about 10% the first time. So you get the benefit of getting to speak and explain, but you're also getting the benefit that they're going to be able to retain it because it's rich with all of the things that make you a good communicator. Tonality, body language, eye contact, all of those things are going to help that person retain the information. The third time where a video is going to be way better for you is anytime tone or emotion matters. If you have ever sent or received a text message or email that was misunderstood because tonality was lacking, you understand why this matters. So, you know, we're in a situation right now in the industry where it's really competitive, and being able to communicate with empathy, right? Being able to communicate to a client and say, hey, Tom, Julie, that house you really wanted to see, I just heard back from the agent. They already have 10 offers on it. You know, or do you still want to go out and see that house today? Being able to communicate with empathy matters, and it doesn't take you any more time to press the record on the mobile app and send that message with empathy, as opposed to sending the text message that could be misunderstood as this agent doesn't care about me, right? So those are some general ideas. I want to just show you two examples, and then I'm going to give you these frameworks, okay? Because people always want scripts from me. I don't know what to say, Alicia. I don't know what to say. What am I supposed to say when I reach out to a lead? I'm going to give you a framework, not a script. But this example, this is this first touch, okay? This is using video to respond to a lead, someone that you've attracted to you, right? You've built enough value. You've built enough know, like, and trust, whether it's through your website or through your social media, that they're saying, okay, I'm going to reach out to you. And this is that initial first touch, that introduction to build into the relationship, to differentiate yourself. So this is our friend, Jesse Peters, longtime friend, longtime client, another Canadian. The Canadians are taking over. But this is a lead. This is his response to a seller lead, okay, that came in off of his website. This is someone he had never met before. And this is the actual video that he sent to communicate in a really human way, but most importantly, to establish that connection, to really build into the relationship.
Hey there, Carmelo. How you doing? Jesse Peters here. Hope all is well. Just wanted to touch base with you. Say yes, I would love to have the opportunity to meet you guys, talk about the housing market over in the River Heights area, and see what your options are for summer if you're looking at putting your house on the market. Obviously, just out with my daughter right now before it starts to rain. So I will be available later tonight. You can reply to this. You can reply to this email, and be more than happy to set up a time for
So the reason why this works, like I said, is not because video is so cool that it just blows everyone's mind. This works because when you start to establish that connection, it's easier for someone to say yes to you. We know that most consumers work with the first agent they meet face-to-face. It's not because the first agent is the most qualified. It's because once they start to feel that relational connection piece, it's easy to say yes. For this specific video, Jessie said that her response came within 10 minutes. She said, I can't wait to meet you. And she even said she would bring bubbles to the appointment with her daughter. That's building a relationship, right? She felt connected to Jesse. She saw his daughter and was like, oh yeah, I like this guy. I can work with him. So another thing that I want to show you, and this is a tremendous way to add value into those conversations. Like Grant was saying, right? If you are investing into building value into the relationship, it's going to be easy for someone to say yes. I told you, anytime you need to explain complex information, it's going to benefit you to use a video. We have a screen recorder that lets you do this. So for example, we know how competitive it is right now for listings. You could use that screen recorder in a first or second interaction to kind of give them an overview of what's happening before you sit down at the kitchen table to do a proper listing presentation. You could give them an overview of what to expect, or you can use the screen recorder for going over your buyer website. If you wanted to show someone how to set themselves up on their buyer website so that they can get notifications. Again, you're using video, not because video is so cool, but because it's building value into the relationship, and you have the opportunity to explain what you want them to do. So this is such a cool video. This is actually during the transaction process that this agent is using this video, but he's really just, again, he's using that video to explain some information and really invest in the relationship by showing her that he cares and he's invested and he's paying attention.
Hey, Mary Mark here. Just wanted to give you a quick update. I was speaking with an agent regarding your property today, or communicating with one. So, and I just want to give you a general update. Hopefully everything is going okay with you and well with these heightened restrictions and things that are going on with COVID right now. So first off, I don't have much to report back, but just kind of going over similar things. I checked out all your building activity since the last update. A quick search for properties in Lower Lonsdale between 950,000 and 1,070,000. This is both.
I'm not going to make you watch the whole video because it's a long one, but I wanted you to see that he's able to jump around tab to tab, really get into it and build value into that conversation. And the best part about it is because it's a video, he doesn't have to get them to carve out time in their day to go through that information. He gets to record it, send it off as an item of value, and he's just investing into the relationship in a deeper way. So I want to give you guys these frameworks before I leave you. For those of you, if you're already using video, if you're not using video, these are two frameworks that are really going to help you make sure that your video is human and clear and concise. And these frameworks, we know they work. We've seen them over and over and over again. The first one is that first touch. So when you have a lead come in, whether it's a lead from your website, whether it's a direct referral from someone else, whether it's, a client you've had before that's just reaching out and saying, hey, thinking about listing our house. This is going to be the way that you can really leverage yourself, your own humanity, to communicate in a human way and really increase your conversion, okay? So here's your framework. Empathy, value, call to action. You don't need a script. You need to just make sure that you have these 3 pieces. Empathy, connect with them as a human being, right? Whether it's the, hey, Tom, so great to hear from you. I haven't heard from you in a while. Or, hi, Julie, thank you so much for stopping by my website and requesting more information. I know that it can be really overwhelming thinking about trying to list your house right now in this market, but I have been doing this for the last, 15 years, whatever it is. You just want to connect with them as the person, the empathy. I know it's overwhelming. I'm here to help you. Value. What are they going to get by responding to that email or to the text message for you, okay? Don't ask them to make a trust leap and say anything like, I can't wait to get this house on the market for you, because they're not ready there. So what's the next item of value? Is it a comparative market analysis you're going to do for them? Is it a home buyer's guide? Do you have resources? Do you want to set them up on your home buyer's site? Whatever is the next item of value that you're offering, you want to tell them what that is to entice them into continuing in the relationship. And then, of course, your call to action. You want to be really, really clear about the next step. I'm not here to shame or judge anyone, but nothing frustrates me more than seeing an agent send an email or a video that says something like, let me know if you want to talk. No, be really clear. Reply to this email with any questions you have. Reply to this email. Let me know some dates and times that work. Click this link to schedule some time on my calendar. You want to be really clear with the consumers. Let them know what that next step is. So empathy, value, call to action. Your second framework, and this is for your follow-up after either the phone conversation with them, the listing presentation. Kasha's going to show you some tips for absolutely wowing these clients so that you can really win that business. But sending that video after the initial conversation or the coffee meeting or the listing presentation, this is just another tool in your tool bag to make sure that you are going above and beyond, differentiating yourself in a competitive market and establishing yourself as that trusted advisor. So this framework right here that I'm about to give you, I have had agents, multiple agents tell me that this video that they send after that phone call or after the listing presentation is making sure that they win every single one of those deals. And they know it's the video because their clients tell them, I just want you to know I was, talking to a few agents, but it was that video that you sent, or I really liked those videos you sent. So here is your strategy or your framework for after the conversation or after the meeting for your follow-up, okay? Your first step is gratitude. I shouldn't need to say this, but it is really, really important. There is a ton of science to back up the fact that when you lead an email or a conversation with gratitude, the person is more likely to want to work with you or take the next step. So always thank you. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for inviting me into your home. It seems like it's an insignificant thing, but it makes a huge difference. I can give you the science to back it up if you want to call me on it, okay? The second step is active listening. Repeat back something that they shared with you, either about their goals or something personal. This is really, really crucial to building a trusting relationship, is them knowing that you were paying attention to them. So regardless of whether it was something about their goal for listing their house or buying, or something about their family, or a personal motivation for why they're listing, they're moving, they're downsizing, they're moving closer to their grandkids, repeat that back to them so they know that you were paying attention to them and not just trying to get through your listing presentation. And the third one is next steps. You want to be really, really clear about what the next step is, either for them or if you are going to do something. This is an area where consumers say that they feel like their communication with sales professionals is lacking. They're never really sure, wait, was I supposed to be doing something? Are they waiting on something from me, or are they sending something? So you just want to be really clear. Gratitude, active listening, next steps. So there's a couple frameworks for you. I hope that's helpful in figuring out the way that you can leverage video to communicate just a more human way. That's really what it's about. Being a little more human in the spaces where every other agent is sending plain emails with black text on a white screen.
I love the fact, Alicia, that you that agent is sending updates of what's going on with their market.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a great tool, like you mentioned, is that usually when you're listing a property, they hire the first person that they interview. If you send a video first, prior to even getting there, they've already, like, you're the first person that they've met. So you're already like a step ahead of everybody else, even if you might be the second or third person that they're actually in person interviewing. Like, how great is that tool?
Yep, 100%. And that's exactly, it's the race to the relationship.
Have you found that there is a video that people are sending to their database that helps get a person to want to talk about listing their house, or gets a person to start to want to buy real estate?
Yep. I'm doing an entire session on this on the 20th with Jimmy Burgess. He's a client. He's actually the one that taught me this strategy that he does, but he calls them unsolicited CMAs. And he uses the screen recorder, just like you saw with the screen recorder. Now, he only does this for people that are past clients, right? He's not unsolicited sending CMAs to people who have not given him permission to email them. That's really important. But basically, he does that with his database. He will, pull up the stats and kind of use that screen recorder and go over a quick CMA for them and let them know, just as kind of a ballpark, this is what, your house could go for right now. The best part about doing that in video form and sending it off is, you guys know, if you start calling your database saying, are you thinking about listing? Are you thinking about listing? Not only are you not going to talk to most of the people that you call, but they're going to say no, because they're in the middle of their day. This has never crossed their mind. Listing their house is the farthest thing from their mind. However, you send a video to them where in 4 to 5 minutes, you're able to tell them how much money they could get from their house. And now they can watch that video without dead air on the other side, right? They're just watching that video in the privacy of their own home. And then they maybe send it to their wife or their husband or their partner. And then they start talking about it. The phone starts ringing. So really, really effective way to mine your database for listings right now.
I like that one.
Hi guys. Hi Alicia. We've got a question in the chat. How do we find out about your upcoming is it a webinar or a conference on the 20th of May?
Yeah. If you are interested in registering for that, I'm just going to give you guys my email address. I'm going to be real brave and hope 100 more email me. My email address is Alicia, ALICIA @BombBomb.com. If you email me that, BOMB.com, Alicia at BombBomb.com, I will send you the registration link, because Jimmy is going to break down the strategy. He generated $11 million in listings in 90 days using the strategy.
Wow. I love that strategy. It's the perfect marriage of, I'm giving value to you, being like, I want to give you this information to help you be an informed homeowner.
Yes.
And I know that the right person is going to be like, we should sell.
Yep, exactly.
You're not forcing a person to sell. You're just giving them the information they needed, because they were likely already thinking about it. They just needed that extra little bit of information to go, hey, honey, yeah, we should do it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep. All right, Kasha, let's see. Show us.
Take us home. We've got these amazing clients now from BombBomb and Park Bench. Now, how do we wow them so they want to refer us lots of business and become a repeat client?
Awesome. Well, it's great, you guys. This is been such a great webinar so far. I've learned a ton, and I'm sure all the agents that are listening in as well are learning a ton as well. So like I said, Box Brownie is a website. You just go to BoxBrownie.com, and we are a 24/7 customer chat online. If you have any questions, you can also reach out to me, but this is where you go to do any kind of editing with Box Brownie. Let's just start off with this. NAR, every year, NAR sends out a survey to buyers and sellers asking, what do you want in a realtor? And photos, great detailed information about the property, floor plans, virtual tours, videos. These are all things that have always been in the top 12 for the past like 15 years. And so we're going to go in there and talk a little bit about some of these services that you can wow your sellers to get those leads and win those listings. So what you're going to do before you actually go to the listing presentation, you've already taken Alicia's step by sending over a video about a CMA or just a kind of an intro about yourself before you meet. But go drive by the property that you're going to be taking the listing appointment for. Just take a picture with your phone. Doesn't have to be anything special. You're going to send it over to Box Brownie, and we are going to enhance that image. And this is going to be the image that's going to be on your listing presentation, showing the client the type of imagery that you do in the marketing that you provide when they list with you. So, I mean, if the sun's in the way, just cover the sun with your hand. Just try not to show, cover any of the property. And we just turn it into this magical image that is just gonna just capture the attention to buyers when they're looking online. And this is our image enhancement. It's only $1.60. Guys, $1.60 returned to you within 24 hours, and you can put it right there on your listing presentation. Next steps, not only do we recommend doing this image enhancement, we'd recommend doing a twilight conversion edit. The reason why we recommend doing a twilight conversion edit is because it wows the buyers. It captures their intent, their attention. It just makes them more comforted and warmth and wanting to know a little bit more about that property. So, and statistics show that on the MLS, on average, this type of imagery gets 4 times the clicks on the MLS. So not only are you going to have an image enhanced that you can market, you have a twilight conversion image that you can use as well. So just giving you a little bit more examples. I mean, not only in our image enhancement, I mean, we're making the skies blue, the grass green, yeah, but we're actually bringing the image back to what the eye sees and just capturing the attention of that buyer when they're looking and searching for homes. And there's so many times that agents are just like, it doesn't really matter. Homes are selling so quickly right now that they don't have to properly market themselves or market the listing because they already know that they're going to get, 10, 20 offers and they're going to be above list price, whatever it is. But you need to make sure that you as a realtor are setting the stage for the type of branding and marketing that you provide. That's going to set you up not only during this time when the market is kind of crazy, but it's going to set you up for decades, just knowing that the type of marketing is standing by the type of branding that you want to represent. So again, this is the twilight. This is a $4 edit. And again, return to you only in 24 hours or less. So image enhancement, twilight conversion, these are the things that are automatically something that you're going to want to put in your listing presentation to wow them right at the beginning. But let's just go a step further. Let's talk about floor plans. Floor plans was the 3rd most requested thing by buyers and sellers when looking at property online. And only 5% of agents in the US and Canada actually do this and make this as part of their listing presentation. So what you can do is you can just have the seller send, if it's a builder, they can send the builder file and send it over to us, or they can draw out a floor plan themselves and send it to you. Or when you're there, when you're walking through the property itself, you can draw out the floor plan, and you can now utilize a floor plan in your listing presentation as well as your marketing. And we've got 3 different types of floor plan redraws. It's going to be a 2D black and white, a 2D textured, as well as a 3D imagery. So that just give you an idea. There's your 2D black and white. That's your 2D textured. And then a next level is going to be that 3D imagery right there. So these are the type of floor plans that we offer. Most of them come back in 24 hours. This 3D model is only the one that comes back in 48 hours, but absolutely something, again, that's going to wow the sellers, because it's showcasing their property in a different light, as well as getting the buyers a flow. They already know what the flow is going to look like before they even go into the property. So maybe they won't like that floor plan. And so you're getting less people in the home right now than you really want if they don't like the floor plan. So it's a great tool that you can use. Now, when you go into the listing, what if the property is completely cluttered or it's empty? And as we know, homes that are virtually staged or nice and clean just sell faster and usually for more money. So yeah, this is kind of scary. We get all sorts of imagery, but if you walk into this house and you see a smurfed out room, first off, you probably want to just turn around and leave. Or what is this person? What kind of person is this? But you know what? It's
Kasha,
fun.
that'd be way worse on a date. If I got home and that was the room, I'd be out.
Right? You're just like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta go. But we can item remove all of that distraction and virtually stage it in this beautiful imagery that attracts more people coming into the property. So a lot of people say, all right, well, I'm now in the property and I'm seeing this Smurf house, but that's not what I saw online. What you're going to want to do is just print out this virtually staged image and put it in a pegboard on a tripod in the actual room. And it just gives the buyer more visualization of what that type of room can be used for. So again, just getting rid of that distraction of everything that nobody really wants to see, and it's not showcasing the house in the right light. And we can item remove all those imagery, and then we can virtually stage it. And the beautiful thing about our virtual staging is we use CGI editors, so we actually measure the space. So we're never going to misrepresent the room size, making that room look larger or smaller than what it actually is. And that really is a really important fact that you as a realtor need to make sure that you're never misrepresenting the property more than what it is. So gone in through just a few of our services. We have a ton more. We have copywriting, we have virtual renovation, we have renders if you want to target sellers and builders. But really, you guys, just those three things, a floor plan, a twilight conversion, and an image enhance, there's no question that the seller is going to be like, this person knows how to market my property. It's attracting the right type of buyers coming into the property, as well as getting top dollar just because it's showcasing the property in the best light that it possibly can. BoxBrownie has no subscription, no minimum use, pay-as-you-go service. So really, really easy to use. Just go check us out. And we do have a promo code. And so just like Grant said, has a promo for you guys, as well as Alicia. We have a promo. If you type in BoxBrownie, all caps, when signing up at BoxBrownie.com, you're going to get $25 worth of free credit to use towards any of our services. So I know we're running low on time. We're almost at the hour, so I'm just trying to get this all in. But that's it. Just type in BoxBrownie to use that free credit. On top of, you're going to get 3 image enhancement as well as 1 twilight conversion just for using us for free. So absolutely love that. Look, I used BoxBrownie to virtual stage, had them blow up the poster size and mounted, exhibited them in the vacant content. Worked like a charm. I love that. I mean,
As a person who literally just went through the buying process, it is unbelievable how badly agents market a home. Pictures are everything. They're more important than the video, in my opinion. The pictures and the floor plans, they're more useful, especially to analyze properties. And so I tell every agent's got to do professional photography, even in the market, like you said right now, because here's the other thing I've learned as a business owner that people will realize whether they think about it or not. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Yes.
So if even though, yeah, you might be able to get away with it right now, they're in a flurry of sellers right now, but there will be.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your brand going into that flurry?
Yes.
No, I love your guys' service. It's so cool. It's like magic.
What's your value add when you think about how competitive listing is right now, right? There's less houses. Every agent is desperate to get those listings. It's just one of those, it's like one extra piece to just get you a little bit more value, to differentiate yourself, set yourself apart from the other agents that they're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
I did not share a promo we offer a 14-day free trial. So if you go to BoxBrownie.com, you can sign up for the 14-day free trial and just try it out. But I also have tons of resources available. Some of the hurdles that really keep people from leveraging video is I'm uncomfortable on camera. I know I'm supposed to be doing this. But I have free resources to share with you guys. Again, if you want to email me, Alicia, ALICIA, @BoxBrownie.com. I'll send you any number of our resources, whether you just need more use cases, if you need some action plans to really help you get started, or if you want some of our resources on working through the fear of putting yourself on video, I'll send those out to you.
You can also, talking about resources, if you go to BoxBrownie.com/resources, we have blogs that will actually show you how to draw out a floor plan. So you might be scared to do that. So we actually show you how to do it. There's actually a pre-photography checklist that you can send to your sellers before you have your professional photographer go out there. It has a brochure there. There's a construction list. I mean, there's tons of stuff on. Just go to BoxBrownie.com/resources or BoxBrownie.com/B, and all of our services are there that you can take advantage of.
Very cool. Yeah, and I know that Bitly might have been confusing. So maybe if any of you guys just want to get the promo that I offered, that big guarantee that you make money or you don't pay a penny, or and the extra money to get some assistance to help you do community marketing, to help you get work done as you create video and do blogs and meet with people, just email me, grant@parkbench.com. Nice and simple. GRANT @parkbench.com, and I can send you a link if you can't remember the bit.ly.
All right, so you've got Grant at parkbench.com, you got Alicia at BoxBrownie.com, and I guess I can give you mine, Kasha.brown at BoxBrownie.com. So you guys, it's been so much fun. Do we have any questions, Peter? Like, if there's any questions that people are asking, if they want to go a little bit deeper into any of our services, we'd love to have a chat. If you want more information about any of our services, you can go to each one of us, and we'd love to give you more insight of what we actually provide to help you generate those leads, follow up with those leads, and close those leads, and give it all around in a big circle of everything.
We've answered most of the questions that are out there. We've got a lot of love that's coming in. So, most of it's directed at Parkbench. Not that you two should be feeling left out.
Go Parkbench. Love my local leaders.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of love. Obviously, Grant did a really good job at getting his fan club here today. No, it's been really awesome to see the three products and even how they work together. All of the links are in there, except for Kosh's. I was in the middle of typing hers out. You guys were really hammering me there for a bit on that one, but I'll get off the call. I'll leave you to the rest of it. Great to see all of you guys, and thanks for being here.
One thing I would say to agents out there, because it's like, okay, all of our services cost money, and sure, you got to put some work into it.
Yeah.
Every great business doesn't think about the one transaction they do with a customer. They think about the lifetime value of that person. And when you give value up front, you're way more likely to get that person to be a repeat and referral as well as a client. When you've done so much video marketing to show that you care, like you can't really show that you care and you're trustworthy, integrity, and all the things that people care about in text, right? That's why you need to do video and email. And yes, that's scary and it's hard work, than just typing a little thing out. But the long-term results of doing that and then spending that extra dollar that you're going to make off your commissions to create that wow experience. Yes, in the short term, it's maybe more work and more money, but your career long-term, it's what helps you get more business down the road. And so that's why I know tech companies like us exist, because we're trying to help people build a career.
Love it.
Grant, I couldn't have said it better. Like, very, very well done. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Everybody that has watched on YouTube or on Facebook, thank you for joining. Hopefully you can come back and rewatch it if you miss any tips and tools that we provide, that you can go back and utilize in your business to make you a stronger and better agent, especially during this time. Alicia, thank you so much. Grant, thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. I'm super excited that we could do this. Hopefully, everybody's safe during this time, and maybe we can do this again in the future. And you guys have a great day. Any closing words from you guys?
Thank you for having me. Thank you for hosting Box Brownie. We appreciate it.
Yeah, this has been awesome and a great little collab. So thanks, Kasha and Box Brownie. That was awesome.
All right, guys. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here. We are here to help in your business of growth, and keep on doing you and making it better. All right.
Have a great week.